My name's Scorey. I was born in Brisbane in September 1945. Spent most of my life in Brisbane. I spent a couple of years living with my parents down in King Island in Tasmania. Come home and lived with my grandparents for a while, and that was about it. My life membership number is number 8. I was awarded in 1992, I believe. Most of my working life was spent, the majority of it was spent with a major corporation, CSR Sugar. I was in the building division. I spent work for 35 years in a management role, a senior management role. That was about it. I retired 15 years ago, and after starting with them about 1970. When I first joined lifesaving, I'd have been about 17, maybe pushing 18. I think I might have been 18 because I was a senior when I first joined the club. The reason I joined it was because I bought a surfboard back in 1961 when I was a 16-year-old. I had no way to get around the area. A bloke across the road was older than me. He had a car and surfed as well. And in our trips away, one of his mates was a bloke called Jeff Shea. Jeff Shea was a member of the club at the time. Now, Jeff was a member of the club along with Peter Shea and Keith Shea. Now, Keith's still alive. Peter's passed away. And unfortunately, Jeff passed away, I think, the weekend I did my bronze. So that was fairly devastating, actually. Yeah, my nickname's Quack, and it was given to me by when I joined the surf club. How it come about, and I can still remember this, we were having a keg around the boat shed, which we normally did every Friday night or whatever. And this night happened to be one of those nights where everyone got dressed up, and in those days I had a cap that had a yellow cap that had a very, very long peak on it for whatever reason. I don't know where it come from. And I walked into the boat shed and I had this yellow cap on, and I had a pair of flippers on. My feet walked to this boat shed, and someone said, "Oh, you look like a duck." And then I remember very well Glenn Stratton, because this was before I had a few beers. Glenn Stratton said, "Quack, quack," and that name stuck ever since. I've been in the surf club since 1964 when I did my bronze. I joined in 64 season. I got my bronze in the 64-65 season. Got my instructors the next year. Stayed with the club for quite a few years. Left while the children were young, come back again, and been backwards and forwards quite a few times, actually. What drives me, I suppose, to see the fulfilment of the vision we had for this club, from the old clubhouse and where it was to where it is now, is chalk and cheese. I was awarded a life membership in 1992. I suppose during that time I'd been probably as a secretary or treasurer for about 5 or 6 years, under a couple of different presidents of the club. In my whole life in the club, I probably served as either treasurer or secretary in the club for probably, I don't know, I'll never count them up, probably 11, 12 years. After I got out of being involved in the surf club in those executive positions, I then moved on to being in the supporters club, and have been there for probably the last 8 years as a member of the board. The feelings I had the day I became a life member was utter shock, because we never had many life members in the club. Obviously there's only 7 before me, and the club been going on 1992, so the club been going roughly 40 years or more, and actually probably closer to 50. And to be awarded life membership when there's only 7 before me was a complete shock, and I knew absolutely nothing about it. And I tried to make a speech at the AGM, and I just couldn't make one. It's just, And I don't think I could make one that night. I think I got two. Had a few drinks I shouldn't have had. I really don't think of my life membership at all. I think it was an honour that was bestowed upon me, but I also think of all the other members in the club that I believe should have got life membership, but no one nominated them, or they weren't put up for nomination, or whatever reasons they weren't. Whether there's politics or whatever, I don't know. But there's an absolute heap of people that I could rattle off that I believe deserve life membership in this club, and to only have, I think now we've got 23 after 75 years or more now. I think it's one of the proudest things I've got of being a life member is the fact that I come out of a bronze squad with our MO and Mick Stratford and a couple other blokes. Now that bronze squad of 5, 3 of us are life members. That's probably unheard of in lifesaving anywhere in Australia. To have 3 life members come out of one bronze squad. Probably I rode surf boats in reserve grade, and when I was younger I rode with masters when I got older. And when we first started up masters competition seriously here, when I think we helped win the branch championships one year. I actually, when I come back to the surf club in the 1990s, there was after being away for about 3 or 4 years, having a family and working on that, I come back about 3 or 4 years. One of the presidents of the surf club at the time, Mark Farley, rang me up and said, I'm going to run for president of the surf club. I want you to come back as treasurer or secretary. And I said, Mark, if you want to be president of the surf club, you can't do it for 1 year. You've got to do it for a period of 2 or 3 years. What do you want to achieve in that 3-year period? And he said to me, I want to win the branch title. I want to win the Patrol Shield trophy for the branch, and I want to bring in poker machines into the club. And I said, big ask, especially winning the branch championship, and we did it. And I was under a president called Mark Farley. The biggest thing, mateship. I think especially the people that were in the old clubhouse that lived together for all that period of time, and I mean we lived together. Not many of us had cars. We all bum lifts up. We hitchhiked up to the coast. Quite often I walked in from, probably 3 times I walked in from the Caloundra turn off into Caloundra to around to the Dicky Beach Surf Club. Of course you couldn't get lifted. There was just no vehicles on the road. So there was and to walk around to the surf club, it's probably about 8 kilometres, but it feels a long way overnight time, I could tell you. Especially when there's a dog at the wrecking yard out Little Mountain that used to chase you. My vision for the surf club in the future is that we need to have growth in physical size of the clubhouse. I mean, we've got an area in Caloundra with all these new areas being developed around it. I forget what the population is expected to be in about 10 years' time. It's up around 500,000 people. Where are these people go? Where are these kids going to go to play sport? And I mean, we have to cap our lippers numbers here now at around about 400 because we just haven't got the facilities to accommodate any more people. And really, we haven't got the facilities to accommodate any more lifesavers. And unless we get some more land granted to us, and I don't know how we do that, or expand our clubhouse somehow. I don't know how we're going to, we literally can't grow. And we need to grow. We need to grow with the community. And I can't see how the council can't see that. You know, all these children, all these new families come in the area going to have children, or young kids, and they want to go to soccer or football or play sport anyhow, and we want to attract as many as we can to lifesaving. We can't attract them if we haven't got the facilities for them. My advice to young blokes joining surf club would be join it, do your duty and have fun and make friends. I've got three sons, all the members here. and all enjoyed their time in the surf club. And unfortunately, at the stage in life, they're all young families. So, and I think in the future, when their families are old enough, they'll come back into lifesaving. And that's the problem we have with lifesaving. We have that gap where people get in that probably, I'm guessing, 25 to 30 year age group, where they have young families that can't come to the beach, and when the children get older around Nipper's age, and then come back again. But we lose that generation, or not the generation, we lose that period where people are too busy raising their young families to come to the beach. But if we can get them back after that, it's great.